Hey guys, so what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing really well and having a really great day. In this video, I am going to be setting up a Innosilicon A10 Pro. And apparently this is the 7 GB model. And this was recently just sent to me from Crypto Miner Bros. I was not expecting this, but they sent me one and they said, have fun with it. And I was like, okay. So I have it here, I have a power supply with it, and I do have some questions about it as they did send some splitters, which I think the splitters are not very high quality. But for those wondering how much this thing costs, it costs right now at about averaging between 12,000 and 13,000 USD, which in my mind, telling you guys right now, to me, sounds very insane. And just a disclaimer, I definitely would not be paying 12,000 or 13,000 for this Innosilicon A10 Pro 7 GB. And I guess the biggest thing is that this thing does 750 mega hash at about 1300 watts, which is really efficient, by the way. In my mind, it's actually really efficient. I can't think of anything else that could, well, actually, potentially the 3060 Ti or building an RTX 3080 rig. And actually, if you compare the price, and so this is 12 grand, how many of these GPUs can you buy in order to make, 750 mega hash and also get that efficiency as well? Possibly you may need to go with the 3060 Ti. And you guys know I recently got a bunch of 3080s, so stay tuned for that RTX build coming really soon. And I guess I should show you guys the ASIC miner itself before I plug it in. We're gonna go to my crypto mining barn, by the way. Before it gets too loud, I wanna talk about this first. So you guys can see the hashing boards. It looks like there's 4 of them, and there are 3 6-pin PCIe for each board here, plus a PCIe for the controller board, if I understand that correctly. Okay, and looks like there's 2 fans here plugged in. The 4 pins going from the 120 mil, I'm guessing these are Delta fans. Probably Delta fans, and I wonder if they are the 9K RPM ones, just like the IB Link that I have, which are extremely loud. And obviously has the network port, has a reset button, all that stuff. I don't think we need to really worry about that. And the backside, in case some of you guys want to see that, very typical ASIC miner backside, and this side has really nothing else. Okay, so I want to figure out the power supply because they sent me this FOTL. I've never heard of this brand, but it's capable of 1800 watts and 176 to 264 volt, and it says it can do about 15 amps max. And yeah, that would be, typically we're going to do this on 240 in the barn. And you guys can see the PCIe connections here. So we need, let's see, I counted 12 here, and then the controller board needs one. So we need 13 6-pin PCIe. And this power supply only came with 10. And so in the power supply box, it came with these little PCIe connectors, but I realized they are pretty thin gauged. And I do have some other PCIe splitters that I have myself, and they are actually much more thicker gauged than the ones that came with it. So I said to myself, you know what, I should use the PCIe splitters that I have. You guys can maybe tell the difference there. These ones are a lot thinner than the ones I have here. So I'm probably going to use my splitters. And so for each config here, I'm going to be needing 2 6-pins. So 1 pin is going to be split, and that's going to fill 1 control board essentially. And then I have another 2 here, and another 2 here, and another 2 over here, which will have each of its own strands essentially, and then one of the PCIe will go into the controller board. Okay, so that's how I guess I'm supposed to have it. Unfortunately, the power supply didn't have, I guess, 13 PCIe connectors connected here onto the power supply, so you guys can see how it's set up. It's like typically like a server style power supply. Okay, so pretty cool. But I guess it should work technically if the Innosilicon A10 takes 1300 watts and this is a 1800 watt power supply. But anyways, let's go to the barn, guys. I'll meet you there. It's gonna get really loud, so lower your volume. All right, we'll be there in 3, 2, 1. Okay, you guys can see I have the A10 Pro 7 GB plugged in, and I wanted to show you guys something here on the power supply. So I did have to change the configuration a little bit because I saw some markings on here. So it looks like the red marks mean they will take a full PCIe plug, not the splitter like these other sides here. Okay, there's another red mark here, so that's good. There's another red mark for another PCIe, and then another one for another PCIe here. But then if you guys go on the back side over here, you can see there's another red mark. So I did not have to split the last board here. Alright, so I did have another splitter. I did show you guys I was going to use 4 splitters, but I'm using 3 now because there was an available PCIe. So I have this last board going all full 3 PCIe because there was a red mark here as well as a red mark over here. Okay, so just a disclaimer in case some people were wondering about that. I was wondering as well. Okay, so it's plugged in. Let's go ahead and turn it on. I got the network cable plugged in, and let's see how loud this thing is. I mean, actually we can't really hear it because the IB-Link BMK1 is extremely loud. I have the Z15 and I have another Innosilicon A10 Pro here, but this is a 5 GB model, but they're all going pretty good. Okay, looks like this thing is ramping up. Definitely ramping up for sure. I think this is another 8K or 9K RPM. Definitely sounds like it. And in case you guys are wondering about the temperature in my barn, it's 75 Fahrenheit right now and about 24 degrees Celsius. Okay, so yeah, not too bad. Okay, so it's just booting up, and I guess I'll just wait for it. I'll go into the laptop, and I guess we took note in the beginning of how much power we were using at Space Goat's power meter here. So we were at like 3,300 watts or so. So we'll see if this A10 Pro 7 GB takes about 13 to 1350, 1400 watts or so. Okay, so let me just wait for it, and I'm gonna log into the Innosilicon A10 through my laptop here. So give me 1 sec. Okay, so I forgot I have to use this software called Advanced IP Scanner. This is so I can find the IP address of the A10 Pro so I can log into it. So if some of you guys had questions about doing that, this is how. It's very easy. Then you just have to hit scan and it'll scan your network. Unfortunately, I can't show my screens or IPs on this screen here, but so I'll see you guys in the web browser. 1 sec. Okay, so I am remotely connected to it now. You guys can see I am doing the factory profile. So there is efficiency, balanced, factory, and performance. I don't want to do performance. I'm going to keep it on factory for now. Maybe I'll change my mind and I'll try balanced. I do have my other A10 Pro on balanced, and that seems to be pretty good. But anyways, yeah guys, pretty similar GUI to the other A10 Pro. But right now it's tuning. Yeah, it's not really mining yet. It was mining to the default value, but I just put in my NiceHash account on it. Okay, so you guys can see I am mining to NiceHash. Well, it's not really going there yet. It's just tuning now. But I have a straw poll down below. All right, straw poll down below for you guys. I'm gonna go with what you guys vote this time and not like what I did with the IB-Link. So please vote if you guys want me to mine on NiceHash or mine straight Ethereum on like Ethermine or something. Okay, so basically 2 options: mine NiceHash into BTC or mine Ethereum straight, up until I can get my theoretical return on initial investment or break even at about $12,500 USD. Okay, I want to see how long it will take to break even that you guys see here and the insane price it goes for right now. So that is what I'm excited to see, and if we can actually get our money back, theoretically. I know Crypto Miner Bros sent it to me, and thank you to them for sending me the A10 Pro 7 GB yet again, but I am curious to know, and you guys know I've been doing these tests with all the other ASIC miners here, and I've talked about it before. There are a lot of risks to ASIC mining, and I feel like you have to be very lucky, and timing is everything, especially if you get the first batch of the ASIC miners. So this is a first batch 7 GB model. The A10 Pros have been out for I think a good year and a half. I do have the 5 GB version here, and so you know it's still going, but it was able to break even in about 4 months. All right, 4 months. I don't think I'll be able to break even on this on the next year or two, okay? I feel like it's gonna be quite a while, but this is why I wanna keep tabs on this, and you know, we're gonna do this profitability test on this thing for the next while. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna let this go for a while because it's still tuning, so we're not gonna see the actual hash rate for a long time. So I will come back to this in a second, okay? So I'll be right back. There's also an update for the A10 Pro, so I'm gonna do that as well. And I think there's also an update for the 5 GB version A10 Pro as well. And we'll see how much hash rate it does and how much power consumption it takes at the wall here, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, so it's been about 24 hours, pretty much roughly 24 hours, and this thing is still auto-tuning. So I was waiting for like maybe 2 hours in the barn, and I'm just like sitting there and it's like still going, still auto-tuning, and the hash rate numbers are going like all over the place. And I saw it once at like 800 mega hash, but right now, as of recording, it just restarted itself, so it's at 318. But I'll show you guys the nice hash here. So it's been, yeah, pretty much 24 hours. I can show you right here. Maybe a little bit more. I'm recording maybe another half an hour after. You guys can see I was mining. It has been mining, okay? And you guys can see regularly the payout, I believe, is about 0.0139 BTC. That was for the first hour. But so it looks like every 4 hours we're getting a payout to NiceHash here. So total, roughly almost 24 hours, we have garnered about 0.0009212 BTC, or 34 USD, okay, in total. And you guys can see the accepted speed. I've been watching this throughout the day, and yeah, it's pretty close to what it's showing on the ASIC here, okay? So yeah, it says 379, but it takes a little bit to update to NiceHash. But at one point I did see it at about 800 and 750, and then it restarted. But it looks like we are getting a decent amount of rejected shares, okay, during this 24-hour period. I guess auto-tuning may be doing something weird. But yeah, roughly, according to what to mine actually, and you guys can see here, I thought I would be getting the gold version of the Innosilicon A10 Pro 7 GB. I was kind of wondering about that, but yeah, it's silver, okay, not gold. And yeah, look at this here. I'm technically supposed to be getting roughly on NiceHash about 0.001295 Bitcoin, or in fiat terms about $49 worth, okay, or 46 after 10 cents kilowatt hour. Okay, and if I was mining Ethereum straight, then I would be getting, looks like a little bit more in value. I guess that's if I were to trade on Binance or something, but yeah, 0.0453 Ethereum. All right, so yeah, pretty good. And obviously the revenue is everything is tied in Bitcoin, so you can see how much in Bitcoin value if I traded on Binance, whatever the most profitable exchange is at the time. What to mine will show that. But anyways, yeah, guys, so that's what I have right now. I will give essentially, I would say maybe a week worth of how much this A10 Pro 7 GB has mined. I'll give you guys an update next week. So I'll be following this really closely, as it hasn't essentially really done its auto-tuning yet. So yeah, just to show you guys the performance here, I have it on factory and it's still tuning after 24 hours. Okay, so yeah, I had it up about at 11 or 12 the previous day, okay? It's pretty much midnight here, so yeah, as I'm recording this video. So yeah, I wanted to record this at this time just to show you guys what's happening. So yeah, I'm mining to NiceHash. So it'll be a couple more days until you guys see this video. Okay, and yeah, guys, I have a straw poll down below. Go check it out. I want you guys to vote which way I should be mining for the A10 Pro. So I did the preemptive setup to NiceHash. So I'm gonna assume that a lot of people are probably wanting NiceHash, but maybe, just maybe, you guys want me to mine Ethereum straight. I'll probably do Ethermine or something and just hodl the Ethereum until I can essentially break even on how much this ASIC miner is worth. Okay, let's just go. I'll show you guys the prices one last time over here. And yeah, okay, so between 11,000 to 14,000, but I'm just gonna go what crypto miner bros had at the time of when I got it, which was about $12,400, $12,500. So we'll see how long it will take to essentially get your return on initial investment. A theoretical for me return on initial investment of about $12,500. Okay, so I'm gonna predict that this will probably take more than a year and a half or 2 years, because you guys know with the cryptocurrency market, it's very, very volatile. The ROI times that you guys see here are definitely not going to stay in the next couple months, the next half year, the next year. I'm expecting very volatile numbers to go up and down definitely for Ethereum especially. Okay, so we shall see, and I guess this would really depend what you guys think, how I should ROI or break even on it, because depending if Bitcoin or Ethereum, Bitcoin dominance, that's going to play a big role in the next year or so. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this A10 Pro 7GB. And yeah, I'm going to be just keeping track of the profits of this thing. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated in another video, as well as the auto tuning. Hopefully this thing will finish auto tuning by the time I make the next 7-day profit video or something. Okay, so let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, and peace out.